Erika Kirk just ruined Trump's moment. Erika Kirk just destroyed her daddy, Trump. There is a non-zero chance Erika Kirk's team knew exactly what would happen when that AI video dropped, because watching the response has been like watching somebody trip on a wire accidentally that they definitely knew was right there. Whether it was intentional or a beautiful accident, it doesn't matter, because what matters is that 10 minutes of edited footage revealed more about this Freedom 250 disaster and the white Christian nationalist grift behind it than weeks of reporting ever could, honestly. And that's before we even talk about what she is actually building. And real quick, if you're new here, I'm Lauren Paritra. Willa Paritra is living her best life on a hotel bed. We're in DC this week for Trending Up. We're nominated for an award tonight, and we run this entire operation network free and independent every single day out of pure principle and out of an absolute refusal to ever let Katie Miller catch up. She can't even break 60,000 followers. And I didn't even have to ruin anyone's lives or capture anyone's abuela. And here we are. So we're not slowing down. So consider every sub, every follow, every comment 6 words or more, every hype, every 5-star rating, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart. We've been told all of these actions create a protective barrier between you and Stephen Miller emerging from a dumpster. He could do that at any point, and his little beady eyes will just start blinking in the dark, and then he might just like scurry across your ceiling or on the floor, and you have to be really, really mindful because he bites and it's rabid. So stay safe, subscribe, and let's work together towards a timeline where that man is in a windowless cage. So most people think they know what's going on here. The festival's falling apart. We have artists dropping like flies. The whole thing's a disaster, right?
Headliners abruptly started pulling out. Michael's posting on Instagram, "Unfortunately, what was presented to us as a celebration of our country has evolved into something much more divisive than I agreed to be a part of." McBride said she thought it was a nonpartisan event, but that turned out to be misleading. Young MC, the Commodores, and Morris Day expressed similar sentiments.
Is this festival a front? Are we mainstreaming an operation designed to make white Christian nationalism look patriotic and fun and definitely not dumb?
Take the B off because most people don't know that, dumb ends with a B, but most people don't know. And all I do is I switch the E with a U, and you have a Democrat. And I came up with that by watching Hakeem Jeffries because he's a dumb person. And I said, he's really dumb. I said, wait a minute, he's a Democrat.
When that strategy falls apart, you find out what the backup plan looks like. And it's very interesting. So before we get into the video itself, we need to understand what was already going wrong. Where do we even begin? What's been going right for Erika Kirk? I don't know. This isn't just a booking incompetence on the Trump's team. This is about like their whole ideological operation is collapsing in real time. It's beautiful to watch. It's in the why behind this festival. It's critical context that explains why Erika Kirk's involvement is so revealing. So this Freedom 250 concert gets announced. It's this big patriotic celebration of America's 250th birthday. But what's actually happening is a Christian nationalist rally. They're trying to rebrand everything. They're like, it's our 250th anniversary. It's a spectacular historical moment. We love guns. We love eagles. We love PDF files. And they're trying to make it this like God and country moment. The goal is to mainstream the idea that America is a fundamentally Christian nationalist country. And the patriotism that they're selling is really just white Christian nationalism. Let's be so clear about that. So the concerts, they're not really hiding that, but what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to make it look normal, like a regular American celebration, like a backyard barbecue, but the artists got deceived. They were told that they were actually coming to sign up for a nonpartisan celebration. That was the pitch. I'm sure there was a lot of cash money involved, but what they actually got was something completely different. So Morris Day and Time dropped out. Young MC said he was never told about any political involvement. Martina McBride said she was misled. Bret Michaels bailed. The Commodores left. Every actual artist ran for the hills the moment that they realized that, oh, actually, this is a whole propaganda operation. And normal people don't want to participate in Christian nationalist cella or the mainstreaming of that. That's why they're staying far, far away from Erika Kirk, okay? Far away, like Stephen Miller far. So the festival didn't fall apart because of bad booking. It failed because the actual artists didn't want their names attached to the Trump administration, who's literally protecting PDF files and putting immigrants in prison, literally internment camps. It's very bad.
Look, they're not really cowards, but I never even heard of these people.
Right.
I never heard of any of them. They're boring. I don't even want them. And when I heard a couple of them canceled out, I said, cancel the whole thing. I don't want to. We're going to do a rally.
Yeah.
And a rally, nobody's ever gotten crowds like I get at a rally. But no, a couple of them said, we don't want anything that's partisan. I said, that's okay. Go someplace else.
Yeah.
So here's the problem for Trump and his people. When regular artists don't want to get involved and don't want to touch it, who do you have left? It's just you and Nicki Minaj. What are you guys going to do? Who's desperate enough and morally chopped enough to like step up and actually perform and put their name attached to this? What kind of money are we talking? Enough money to sustain the rest of your career forever because nobody likes you after that? So Trump watches this entire thing implode and he goes on Truth Social ranting about Elvis. Is anyone going to tell him Elvis has been long dead? Or are we just going to let him just continue to crash out on his little phone with his fat fingers? And he's panicking because on some level he understands that like, okay, this is not good. Nobody likes me anymore. It's getting really bad. And his operation is exposed and the whole thing's falling apart before his little beady eyes. Today's episode is brought to you by Chapter. You know what's super unhinged? The way Medicare works. Like, look, I spent 15 years inside of marketing machines, and I know the difference between a system built to help you and one built to confuse you. Medicare is the second one. Thousands of plans, conflicting information, never-ending spam calls. That's why you need to know about Chapter. Chapter is the only Medicare advisor that compares every plan nationwide. The doctors you like, the medications you take, your priorities. They use it all and they find a plan that actually fits your life. If you've already found the right plan, they'll tell you. And if not, they'll help you switch. Last year, seniors who found new plans with Chapter saved an average of $1,100 on healthcare costs. If you're turning 65 or already on Medicare, call Chapter at 424-292-6476. It's free. It takes under 20 minutes, and that's an express line. Seriously, just do it. 424-292-6476. So a closer look at the situation reveals a major political operation just collapsing in real time. The organizers originally pitched this event to famous musicians as a nonpartisan celebration of America's birthday. But what we're seeing is it quickly became obvious that the production was designed to merge with like the very specific Trump MAGA form of patriotism, you know, the white nationalist, Christian nationalist type. And once mainstream artists realized that, they were immediately like pulling out. The actual agenda behind the bookings was no good. So they ran for the exits. That left organizers scrambling to save face. And Erika Kirk's sudden involvement was no good for anyone. So it created a dilemma for the festival organizers where they were like, shit, do we go on with this? Or do we just like come out and say, this is a rally as it was always meant to be? Especially because what is he going to do? Regular entertainers are like, we want nothing to do with this. We want to be away from your for-profit Christian nationalist ecosystem. So the panic over Erika Kirk in this viral footage shows that the whole operation was always very, very fragile. And organizers tried to hide their true ideological goals behind a summer concert series. Really? Give me a break. And this video shows that like people are so over Erika Kirk and anything she comes near, no good. So they want out. They're over it all bad. So Erika Kirk managed to derail this entire plan and left Trump and his fat ankles, his fat swollen ankles and his like rotting hand. She just left him in the dust. And that's MAGA for you. So if you've made it this far, thanks for sticking around to the end. We had some audio issues towards the end, so we're reshooting this last bit because audio cut out. And I want to know what you think. Like, are you following this drama from afar? Had you heard of this festival? Do you support the artists? Like, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling? Let us know in the comments. And Willa and I will be back tomorrow.